What's up guys, my name's Cam. I'm one of the welders here at FDF Race Shop, and today we're going to be showing you how to make one of our Mega Mantis 350 knuckles. There's quite a few different parts and pieces to these knuckles, so today I'm going to be giving you the rundown on how to build one. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to our part shelf and show you what pieces we need. So this is our part shelf. For every kit that we make, they all have their own pieces and parts, obviously. So whenever we go to build a kit or several kits, we'll come to this shelf first, grab all the parts for that kit, and then bring them to our welding table where we then assemble everything. So this is our 350 shelf. This is the start to our Mega Knuckle. So we'll put that on the table. And then we got the rest of our parts here. So we'll put all that there too. So as you can see, now we got all of our parts out on our welding table. This is a fully finished Mega Knuckle here, so you can see where all these individual parts end up on the knuckle. So from there, we always build it with our logo facing downward on the table, so that when the knuckle's straight forward, you get the nice FDF logo pointing towards you. So all these tabs and slots in the knuckle are built specifically to take the tabs and slots on the according pieces. So it's as easy as that. The pieces just slide right in. Sometimes you gotta whack them with a hammer. But for the most part, all these pieces are pretty modular and the knuckle just kind of falls together. So we're gonna start off with our tube mount here. You can see that on this finished knuckle here. So we start off with this piece as kind of the base to our knuckle, and then we build off of that. So you start off getting this guy on there. Like I said, sometimes it takes a little convincing. So from there, all right, so now that that's tacked on, we gotta make sure it's all nice and square. So check that with your square, we're looking good there. Then you're gonna wanna grab the other piece that goes on the second side of the tube. I have a spacer that fits in here, so I'll grab that now. Very crude spacer. It's shared among a couple of different knuckles that we build, but this just slides in there. Get your C-clamp and clamp that down, and then we'll get the square out again and just make sure that these two sides are even. Obviously at this point they're not, so we'll have to fix that up. So now obviously you can see we're sitting nice and square across that top, which gives us a nice flat surface for this tube to sit on so it doesn't turn either way. A booby trap. So now we have our only piece on this knuckle that does not have a slot or a tab on it, and it fits edge to edge, we call it, up against this side piece here. So once it's nice and flush across the top, you can tack that in and it locates the rest of our parts on the knuckle. So from there, we have this nice small little piece. Again, tab and slot, falls right into place. This one here, same idea, tab and slot. Oh, that's where the hammer comes in handy. Just like that, and then we tack it all up. What we have is our double shear ball joint and tie rod bottom piece. So that again is a tab and slot into the knuckle like that. So we'll go ahead and tack this plate in. And again, because it's a fairly critical part of the knuckle, we'll double check that it's square. And we're good there, so we'll tack the top. Then we'll go ahead and tack on our bottom double shear plate. This is our spacer used across quite a few kits. We try and keep the same spacing for our heim joints and spacers just for simplicity's sake. Put that bolt in through there just like you would on your vehicle. Steal my impact. Impact that down, and then again just checking for squareness across the whole bottom. We're looking good there now. So we just tack everything in place so that nothing has the chance to twist or pull any which way that would make the geometry of the knuckle different from what we're hoping to achieve. So by tacking everything in place, everything's locked in, it's square. I know it's not gonna move when I fully weld the knuckle, and we can turn out with a product just like this that's nice, square, and does exactly what you want it to do on your car. So now we're gonna go ahead and fully weld this knuckle. There's a couple more pieces to it, such as this tube on the top and this bearing face, which gives us the correct spacing for our brake caliper and rotor when we get to that point on the car. So for these tubes here, like I showed you on the top of this knuckle, it's an 1.25 inch piece of Dom, and we use these chromoly bungs that have a 1/2-20 thread inside of them. So this tube is used specifically to bolt the upper control arm to the knuckle on the vehicle. So they just take a little tap, and you can see I have a nice shoulder for myself to TIG weld to when I get to that point, and then that obviously becomes another part of the knuckle when we get there. And this has been how to build our Mega Mantis 350Z knuckle. If you guys want to see us build any other kits, or there's anything else you'd like to see, just let us know down in the comments and we'll make a video on that next. Thanks.